The Odyssey is something I was kind of looking forward to, but I've been hearing more and more information on it. Apparently, Achilles is gonna be played by Elliot Page. Is that the actress's turned actor's name? I can't remember the name. I never cared for them when they were a girl. I don't know if I'm going to care for them now that they're a guy. I don't know, but they got that transitioned person to allegedly, I think, but I think it's real, to play Achilles. And then they have some random black lady playing both Helena Troy and like the sister or something. I don't know. I'm worried about it, but this is the Critical Drinker, the Odyssey. I got a bad feeling about this one. And honestly, the more I'm hearing, I got a bad feeling too.
If there's one genre I'd love to see make a serious comeback, it's the historical epic. Swords and sandals, gods and monsters, battles and adventures, legendary warriors and terrifying villains. I mean, Hollywood's flirted with the idea from time to time over the past couple of decades, some more successful than others. Don't worry though, 300, you'll always have a special place in my heart.
This is Sparta!
But it seems like this year, things might finally be changing. Christopher Nolan has turned his gigantic quantum space brain away from discovering the secrets of the universe and assembled one of the biggest all-star casts in modern Hollywood for The Odyssey, a retelling of Homer's epic saga about the Greek king Odyssey.
Why is Zendaya in everything? Why? Why? The first time I ever saw her was in, I guess it was Euphoria, which got her and Sydney Sweeney on the map. But the first time I ever saw her was Spider-Man. And then after that, she's in everything. She's the female Pedro Pascal. Why is she everywhere? Like, I saw her in the thumbnail for but I had no clue she was in the film. I thought the drinker was making a joke on how she's in everything. I didn't know she was gonna be in this. And the fact that Elliot Page is in this, and everyone's saying that it is playing he is playing Achilles. You have a 5 foot nothing now man playing Achilles. You couldn't get someone to actually, like a man, to come and play the role. You had to get someone who thinks they're a man come and play the role. Again, I'm being incredibly rude, but the thing is just like, I don't think they were doing mutilation surgeries back in the whatever the time period is. I'm completely off on the time period. I doubt they were cutting organs off of men and putting them on women back in those days. Okay, I doubt it, and I doubt Achilles was one of them.
Odyssey, a retelling of Homer's epic saga about the Greek king Odysseus and his decade-long journey to get home to his family after fighting in the Trojan Wars for another 10 years before that. Meanwhile, his wife has to keep the home fires burning and contend with the unwanted advances of men who want the crown. It's actually kind of hilarious when you look at all this on a map, because a journey from Troy to Ithaca is only like 500 miles by sea, and it should have taken him a couple of weeks, but man, the gods just had it in for that fucking guy.
Honey, I'm home!
Look who the fates dragged in.
Anyway, stories don't get much more epic than the Odyssey. It truly is one of the great adventures in human history, blending together mythology, religion, monsters, and the unbreakable determination of the human spirit. And bringing it to life on screen is a challenge that will strain the very limits of modern filmmaking. But now that I've seen the trailer and I've considered the artistic vision behind this movie, I have to say my reaction was meh. I don't know what it is, man. There's just something about this movie that doesn't quite stir anything in me, which is pretty surprising because in theory at least it's got all the ingredients for success. The kind of source material that's practically tailor-made for epic Hollywood filmmaking, the kind of all-star cast that only comes together once in a generation, and a director with a mostly good track record as a filmmaker. So why the fuck does it feel
I still
so
haven't seen Tenet.
bland? Well, to try and answer this, let's take a closer look at those key elements again, shall we? First of all, there's the source material. Nothing wrong there, right?
Wrong.
Well, the problem is that the Odyssey was originally written in ancient Greek, obviously, meaning that it has to be translated into English for it to be legible. And what kind of story you ultimately get very much depends on which translated version you read. In this case, Christopher Nolan has publicly stated that he's a big fan of the 2017 adaptation of the Odyssey, which was translated from Greek by British writer Emily Wilson. Why exactly does that matter? Well, because Emily Wilson just so happens to be a hardcore progressive feminist who specifically set out to rewrite,
Changing history.
reimagine Homer's text through a female-coded, gender-critical, postmodernist lens. Because of course she did. Basically stretching the very limits of the original text to bend it around modern sensibilities. It's the same kind of creeping, cloying, well, I think what he really meant to say here was bullshit that gave us 2026's Animal Farm, a story that went from a parable about the Russian Revolution to a ridiculous, shallow, capitalism bad piece of Hollywood slop. That is the version we're likely to get here with all its gender identity navel-gazing, and if that doesn't raise a few red flags, then let's take a closer look at that all-star cast, shall we? Now, Matt Damon and Anne Hathaway are solid enough as the two leads, at least. I mean, if I was to be super critical, I'd say that Hathaway hasn't done anything particularly significant since, well, the last time she was in a Christopher Nolan movie, and she was arguably the worst thing about Interstellar, but that's a conversation for another day. I can't say I'm ever particularly excited by an Anne Hathaway project,
Very
but holy
bland.
shit, is she making a comeback this year?
Like, I don't think she can act. I don't believe she has the capability to act. She was in The Princess Bride. The Princess Diary. And that's the only thing I can really, well, no, she was in the Batman Dark Knight Rises? Dark Knight Rises? Or was it The Dark Knight? I don't know. She was in one of the Batman movies. I didn't think, Anna Hathaway's always Anna Hathaway. She can't act. She can't play a character. She's always just herself. I never saw the original Devil Wears Prada, and then she's back for the Devil Wears Prada 2. Yeah, I just don't think she can act. She doesn't have the capability. She doesn't have the capacity. She doesn't have the range. She doesn't. She plays to herself, and that's it. And that's it. I don't know how she's in movies. Maybe she's the daughter of someone famous, or she does get around. But other than that, I mean, I just don't think she has the talent for it. I can't name a single thing that I saw her in that I was like, you know what, this is just... I could feel the emotion coming from, no, I feel nothing coming from her. Nothing. It's always the same.
In 2026 alone, she's in 5 separate movie projects, one of which is playing in the cinemas right now. But speaking of overexposed actors that we could all use a break from, Zendaya is in this movie as Athena, the goddess of wisdom. Holy fuck, man. This girl's become the female equivalent of Pedro Pascal. She is just everywhere all of a sudden, and for the life of me, I cannot understand why. I have never seen a single Zendaya performance in my life and thought, oh my god, she absolutely carried this movie. Tell me, what's your favorite Zendaya expression? The angry frown, the confused frown, or the confused angry frown?
Yes.
Elliot
Again.
Page is also in this movie. As what exactly? I don't fucking know. A drummer boy, maybe? Page is like 5 feet tall and weighs 90 pounds soaking wet, so I don't really see how they're gonna fit in amongst all those big Greek soldiers and terrifying monsters.
Yeah, and the rumor is that she's going to be playing Achilles. I'm dead gendering her. I'm dead gendering it. Yeah, the rumor is that this person's going to be playing Achilles. You know, the person that cannot die unless his ankle is hit first. The immortal being, the one who was dipped into a vat of immortality by his goddess of a mother at a young age. And the only reason why his ankle was his weak point, because as she dipped him, that was the only thing left exposed. So as soon as that part is hit, he's able to be taken down. They're having this person take that role, allegedly. I'm not entirely sure, but odds are that is the case. But oh my gosh.
Monsters. Lupita Nyong'o is widely rumored to be playing the Greek princess Helen of Troy, which if it turns out to be true would make about as much sense as Papa Asuido playing Severus Snape, but hey, what can I say?
It's Hollywood, baby.
Thank you, Rachel. But the thing that stood out for me about the entire cast in this trailer was just how bland and mundane they all look and sound. Every time I saw one of them, all I thought was, oh yeah, there's Robert Pattinson, there's Charlize Theron, there's Tom Holland. Where are the larger-than-life mythical figures of legend that should be leaping from the pages of Homer's epic to amaze us all? It all feels weirdly subdued and underwhelming.
Well, because like you look at the Troy film, what is it? It's men like trying to, it's not peacocking isn't the term, but they're trying to out alpha the other person. They're, in every single scene where you have the men, they're all literally just trying to out alpha the other. In the new trailer, it's more on the emotional tether, which honestly, I'm not entirely sure I'm there for. Sure, it might be good, but already seeing the casting and everything, because I had no real clue about the casting. I mean, except for what you see in the trailer. Other than that, I mean, everything else is a complete surprise. Everything else is a complete surprise. And casting can make or break a film. Casting can absolutely make or break a film. And I have a feeling this one's going to be broken. This one's absolutely going to be broken.
And a big part of that decision is to have them speak with American accents using modern terminology.
My dad is coming home.
Oh, your dad's coming back, is he? Did he take some bitchin'
My
selfies?
father.
Hope he didn't get godmogged along the way. There's a reason movies like this traditionally use theatrical English and formalized language for their dialogue. It gives them a sense of grandeur, seriousness, and dramatic weight that naturally lend itself to the epic story they're trying to tell. Having your actors talk like they just walked in off the street in downtown LA just feels weirdly lazy and immersion breaking. And before anyone chimes in with little pearls of wisdom like, Drinker, you know as well as I do they would have spoken Greek in a story like this, so why does it even matter what accents they use? Well, hypothetical straw man, we all know the language they would have spoken, but we also know that having your entire cast learn a whole new language just so the audience can sit through 3 hours of subtitles is neither practical nor logical. That doesn't mean that you have to go in completely the other direction and give us shit like this. Let's go! And this all brings me back to the man at the center of all of this, Christopher Nolan,
What do you think, Levi? Are we going to see finally the word flop in Nolan's resume? I don't think so. I think his name alone will bring enough to at least keep it afloat, to at least make enough of money. Whether it'll jade people from ever going back to see another of his films, probably. It's going to be the whole Marvel situation where like Spider-Man, No Way Home, I think it was, with all the Spider-Man comes out. And then it makes a ton of money. So then everyone, well, some people go to theaters for the next Disney film, even though Spider-Man's Sony, but a lot of people don't know the difference. Everyone goes to theaters for the next one, realizing the next one's a complete flop. And then, then it only comes like, oh, finally, Deadpool 3 is coming out. Everyone went to see Deadpool 3. No one cares about the next thing that comes out. It's just what's going to happen, especially with how jaded people are becoming towards cinema entirely, because nothing comes out of the West that's actually enjoyable. I think Project Hail Mary, and honestly, Sheep Detectives, I had a great time. It's very funny but tragic film at the same time. I highly recommend that one. And Project Hail Mary. Those are the only two that have come out of the West that I can actually think of out of the top of my head that are actually decent films. Oh, and Michael. But then again, Michael had its own flaws with the fact that it turns into a concert for the last 20 minutes when they should have spent more time on his family. But I digress. So I'm pretty sure it'll do fine in theaters because it's just Christopher Nolan. But it's going to scar fans' opinions of him for anything after.
Director and writer. Now, I know the man has a fan base so rabidly loyal that they make Snyder Bros look like fucking normies, and he's given us some fascinating films to chew over in his time. But I'll be honest here, the guy can also be his own worst enemy at times. Sometimes he really is just too smart for his own goods. Rightly or wrongly, he's developed a reputation as a clinical, intellectual, and slightly sterile kind of director, a master of ideas who can't seem to wrap his head around simple humanity. And I get the impression that's that's always chafed at him, especially with his more recent movies where it feels like he's got something to prove. Like the weirdly out of place love scenes in Oppenheimer that feels like two androids replicating their understanding of a human relationship. The man definitely has a niche, but character-driven historical epics don't seem to be it.
And
with Odyssey,
seems to be
it's like he's
focusing on
saying,
character
see,
development.
there's more to me than sci-fi thrillers and
Odyssey.
slightly overrated superhero movies. And I don't know, man, from the casting to the dialogue to the bleak washed out cinematography, I can't shake the feeling that he just isn't the right man to direct a movie like this. I mean, shit, maybe I'm totally wrong on this one. Maybe the Odyssey will be the crowning achievement in Nolan's career and rake in more money than Avatar, or maybe it'll turn out to be his own personal albatross. Time, as always, will tell, but I'll be interested to see how it pans out one way or the other. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
What the heck popped up? But yeah, I don't think it's gonna do that great. I don't
Alright,
think. Well, no, correction. I think it'll do great. I think it'll absolutely be phenomenal. Make a profit, and they'll see it as a win. But most likely, the next time he makes something, there are always those crazy fans of people who will worship the earth, the certain directors, certain creators walk upon, and they just can never call out something bad, and they try to see the artistry in a piece of trash. They're like every fan base has those people which no matter what, you heat up a piece of toast and they'll see Jesus Christ in that piece of toast. Every single fan base has those people that no matter what, they will always see the artistry in the work, even though there's nothing there. Like Christopher Nolan could probably come out, Zack Snyder could probably come out, make some ham of a movie that's absolute garbage, yet they have such a high fan base that'll go to bat for them on any situation. They'll talk about how, oh, this is a thought-provoking piece on this sort of whatever BS dynamic, whatever type of lawyer thing they got. It's just happens all the time, and it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. People need to start calling out things that they enjoy. They need to start calling, like, how are we going to get good things when people are fangirling for the people creating the movies when they make a trash movie and they're like, oh, I love it for XYZ? No, you have to call them out on trash. It's okay to enjoy a piece of trash. There's nothing wrong with enjoying a piece of trash. But there's a difference between knowing it's a piece of trash and uplifting a piece of trash as it's something to be idolized. A lot of people, they enjoy something and they don't realize why they enjoy it. Sometimes it's too goofy. Sometimes it's cliche. Sometimes it's so tropey. Sometimes it makes it garbage. But at the same time, it's okay to enjoy something like that. But you have to be aware of what makes it bad. It's sometimes the things that make it good is what it's bad. Like so many people love the movie The Room. There are huge occult fan bases that go to the theaters almost every week in LA that go to watch The Room. The Room. They freaking love that film. But the thing is, that's a trash film. Everyone knows it's a trash film. Oh, hi, Mark. You know that nonsense. Playing football for no apparent reason. But yeah, you've got to call out those people. You got to call out the films. You have to be aware that it's a piece of trash. There's nothing wrong with enjoying a piece of trash, but you have to call it out for what it is. Like, I hate it when someone's arguing for why they enjoy a film. And like my friend does the same thing. He'll defend why he likes a film. And I'm like, dude, those are the reasons it's trash. But I like it. It was like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with enjoying trash. There's nothing wrong with enjoying trash. Like, I enjoy my bit of slop. A lot of people like reality TV. It's all staged. It's all fake. People enjoy wrestling. That whole thing is staged. That whole thing is fake. But the thing is, you enjoy it because it's trash and it's meant to be enjoyed. It's meant to be enjoyed. But you have to call it out. You have to call it out. You can't just be like, oh, it's 100% real. It's 100% perfect. How many Nolan movies have you watched? I don't know. Probably 5, 6. That includes the Dark Knight movies. All the Dark Knight movies. So maybe 7, 8. 8. I haven't seen a few of them.
You guys got a video? It's so bad.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Why is like that?